Welcome everybody to the new moon video. Today's date is March 21st, 2023. Today we have a new moon. So I'm going to go ahead and pull cards like I usually do for the new moon. And I'm going to ask God, our divine guides who walk in the white light, our angels and Holy Spirits to be with us during this time, to give us a message of things that we need to let go, things that we need to work on, and what is it that we need to look forward to. I ask that you come and you provide us with the guidance that we need for the collective. Amen. All right, so going to shuffle these cards. See, I have my candle burning in the background. All right. So I'm using the Moonology cards that I always use for the moon readings. All right, so let's see. All right. So the first thing we want to know for this new moon is what is it that we need to let go, release. Something that we was working on maybe last moon cycle, and now is at completion. So what is it that we need to let go? Okay. What is it that we need to focus on right now? So what is it that the divine will have us focus on right now? And what is it that we need to look forward to for the next 2 weeks? Because in 2 weeks we will have a full moon. So what is it that we need to look forward that will be shown to us in the next 2 weeks? In the next 2 weeks. All right, I'm just waiting for the card. Oh, there we go. That's 3 cards. We don't want 3 cards, so we're just going to next 2 weeks. What is it that we want the full moon to show us clearly for the next 2 weeks? All right. So I have my 3 cards now. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip them over. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn over the first card. We got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Wow, so we actually have a new moon in Aries right now in the Western astrology. So a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So this is the card of something that we are supposed to let go. So what this means is that you probably was in a situation where you wanted something and the other person wanted something else, and you guys couldn't agree on or couldn't come to an agreement, or couldn't come to a common goal. So just let things be, own your part in the situation, and just know that things are going to happen the way that it's supposed to happen. So full moon is Aries, is all about fire and energy, and sometimes rash decisions. So just forget about it. What's been done has been done, and it's just time to move on. Okay, so just own up your part in the situation and basically keep it moving, because what's been done has been done. What's been said has been said. If you do have the chance to apologize, go ahead and make that apology. But all in all, what's been done has been done. So you want to just let that go. The next card is what is it we need to focus on. So it's a time for healing, balsamic moon. So this is what we need to focus on. So right now we need to focus on healing. We need to forget what happened. Maybe it was a very heated situation. So it's time to, if you need to forgive yourself for that situation, maybe you can't forgive the person, but you can, forgive them in spirit. You can forgive yourself. This is a time to forget about the past and move on. And if doing that, you want to make sure you heal from that situation. Because what happens is that when you don't heal from the situation, it has a tendency to creep back up, and then you end up finding yourself repeating the situation. So it's always good to look back on specifically maybe that situation and see maybe how you could have did something better, or maybe seeing the other person's viewpoint better, or maybe come to a compromise. And don't harp on what could have been done, but just use that lesson for moving forward, because you never know, you may be tested in that area again. And the fact that you focus on healing yourself this in this moment, then you would know what to do when the situation comes up again. Okay. So, and then what will be made clear to us on the full moon in 2 weeks is you are good enough. So, as a full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. So, what this means is that, don't be too harsh or don't be too critical on yourself when you're healing. We tend to not be very forgiving of ourselves as we are of other people. And this may be seen when the full moon comes. So you want to make sure, don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself. Give yourself time. Be patient with yourself. Forgive yourself like you would forgive your loved one. Okay. We tend to be a little bit harsh on ourselves. Don't put too much on your plate. Don't try to work your way through the situation, meaning like, feel the emotions. Don't focus so heavy on activity and working and doing things to ignore your emotions, but actually feel them. Okay. And don't be too critical or hard on yourself, because Virgos tend to be very hard and judgmental and critical of themselves. Also, let's get in touch with nature. Getting in touch with nature, because Virgo is an earth sign, so getting in touch with nature will also help. So maybe going to do since it's the springtime, maybe some gardening, maybe some planting, maybe walking on the grass, bare feet, allowing the sun to shine on you, but make sure you have on sunscreen. So that's our message for the new moon. So we want to forget about that rash situation or that fiery situation that maybe could not come to an agreement. We want to forget about that and know what's been done has been done. We want to go into a time of healing, okay? So that we don't just ignore the situation that happened, but we actually work through it with paying attention to what part we played into it. How could we have did things different, but not harping on it, but just knowing for next time when you're in a situation how you can deal with it. Just like you would give a friend advice, you would tell them, next time you're in a situation, do this, do that, do that. You don't be harsh on them and say, oh my God, I can't believe you was in that situation, but you actually give them advice. So take your own advice and do that for yourself in this time of healing. And know that you are good enough, so don't be too critical or harsh on yourself, but forgive yourself in a loving way when you're healing. It's always good to, when things don't work out your way or things don't go the way you want them to go, to always reflect on it. But knowing how to love, be patient, and forgive yourself, okay? And that is what the full moon will be revealing to us. So the full moon will show you whether you've been too harsh on yourself, too critical of yourself, which would means that you probably in a state of anxiety or depression, or just still kind of contemplating on that situation and not being able to heal from that situation, or you have graduated and you are more peaceful and you healed from that situation. And that is what the full moon will show you when we get to the full moon. So, of course, when the full moon comes, I'll pull cards for the full moon. If any of this resonates with you, or if any of these this situation sound familiar with you, and you would like more information about the situation or want me to pull more cards, just go ahead and leave a comment on the video Make sure you like, please, and subscribe and comment to my video. I do offer professional reading, so if you would like a professional reading, you can just go to my website at holistically transform.link. And look at the service page. You can also message me. You can leave me a comment, and I'll be glad to offer you a personal session. Or if you want more information about the cards that I pull, you can just leave a comment, and I will get back to you usually within 24 hours on the answer. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again on the full moon.